everybody. What's up? What's up? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me say hello. Let me say a couple of thank yous. Griffin is hanging out in the stream. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? What's up, homie? Uh-oh. Why can't I hear him? Did you mute yourself? He muted himself.
You muted me. It said the mod muted me.
I did not.
Happy Monday.
I did not mute you.
You're a dirty mute button pusher.
I muted you on my side, but then I unmuted you. See, if I hit this button, now you're muted. But if I hit this button, you're unmuted.
No, see, I have to unmute myself again. Here I am feverishly writing my notes. I can't tell when you push a button and don't push a button.
Oh, so if I mute you and then unmute you, you still have to unmute yourself?
Yes.
What the hell is this music?
I don't know. I feel like I'm watching Love Connection with Chuck Woolery.
This is terrible. God, what is this? This is horrible. Stradalorian, good evening. Right to Live, good evening to you. Shiz, Stradalorian, Davrick, Louis P, Commander Taylor, Iron Chef, Silverhawk, thank you. Theo, Davrick, Zreitel, Floyd, Check, Barkman. You guys are amazing. All right, just thank you so much for all the questions, all the love, all the hugs and the kisses. So many people have been asking about my boy. I appreciate everything. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it tonight. I'll probably share a detail or two as he has finally said that it's okay for us to talk about it a little bit because he knows there's a lot of people worried about it. So we'll share a little bit with you, but not a whole lot. Still just so much. Thank you, Cobra. I appreciate that. Abstract says saved from the music by an ad. Yeah, this music is terrible.
Yes, it is. It's like I'm in a dentist office.
Can we find something? There's got to be something else here. I'm just going to click this button and see what happens here. Maybe
it's going to play the same song it plays every time.
No, I clicked on a different playlist. That's why I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit different today. What is this? Oh my God! This is just as bad.
We're going from bad to worse. Wrong direction.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. You know what? I've got you guys on lock now. This is what you get.
What the hell is this?
This is what you get now.
Polka?
Polka.
Nobody asked for polka. Literally nobody asked for polka.
Everybody did. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Everybody loves it.
Oh, he double sharp selling me out.
This is good. This is fantastic.
Keep it coming. Oh, wow.
Thank you, guys.
I do know a couple good polkas on my accordion. I can bust that out during the stream. And we can do
Stop. You own an accordion?
I own not one, but two accordions. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with an accordion? It's a great instrument, very romantic. The ladies love it. Way better than the polka that we're listening to today.
You have multiple accordions.
Yeah, I do. I think I have three in the closet. I have an electric and I have two normal bellow accordions. Thanks to my grandfather and my dad showing me how to play.
How are we just now learning about this?
I'm just full of surprises. I am full of secrets.
All right.
I'm like an onion. Peel the layers back.
He has three accordions. Yes. Which means that there will be video content of him playing for us at some point.
I'll bring it on the ship. Yeah. I'll bring it on Star Trek The Cruise.
All right. Let me say a couple of thank yous very quickly. Griffin, of course, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And thank you for the 18-month resub. Pavic Camaro, 27 months. Thank you. Engineer, 9 months. Stony Dude with the hydrate. Thank you. I'll do that. Engineer with the 9-month resub. Balabon with the 21-month resub. Thank you.
And no thank you to Moopsy Seth for breaking the pact,
the
embargo, and beating me by 1 sub at the very last second of the last stream at the end of the last month. I know what you did, Moopsy Seth, and there will be a receipt coming for you, pal.
I'll have to show you guys what Seth did at the end of the last stream of June. This is actually really funny. Balabomb, thank you. K Knowledge for your resubs. Appreciate that. Engineer dropping a gifted sub. And Dominus Prime dropping 5 gifted subs. Wow, thank you. 5 gifted.
Nice.
Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Floyd with the 5-month resub. Pal Parappa, thanks for the follow. Prime Louis P, thank you for the resub. Stealth Monkey with the resub. Hero, Shadow Wolves, and Sherlock Holmes with the resub. Wilhelm with the 45 stream streak. Griffin. Wilhelm is knocking on the door of his free Talking Trek merchandise.
Exciting.
Just as a reminder. That's right. Just 5 more to go. Remember, as a reminder, guys, if you get to 50 stream streak, then shoot us over a DM of it, and you earn a free piece of merchandise. Jaws, thank you for the 24-month resub. Benny Hill for the kitty bitties everywhere it matters for the gifted sub to Abstract. Rubik's with the 15-month resub. Silver Tab hit the 55 stream streak. I think Silver Tab already sent me. I need to go through. I have so many DMs. Griffin.
You've been a little busy.
Been a little bit busy. Moose, LJ Ram, thank you for the resubs. Iron Chef, thank you for the very kind 100 kitty bitties. Mechrack for 27 months on the resub. Striker for the kitty bitties. Kalebound, Just Q. Thank you guys for the resubs. And then Griffin drops 20 gifted. 20 gifted!
Yeah, they all go to Moopsy Seth. Damn it.
You gifted all 20 of them to Moopsy. Thank you.
That's right.
Candy White for the 15 stream streak. Thank you guys so very, very much. Ganaz. By the way, is it Ganaz? I just always called you Naz. Like the G is silent kind of thing, right? Is the G silent or is it Ganaz? I saw another streamer call you Ganaz, and I was like, wait a second, have I been saying it wrong? Which is possible.
I like Ganaz.
I say a lot of things
pizzazz.
wrong. It is silent. Yeah. I knew that. I called him Naz, and everybody else is calling him Ganaz. I'm like, wait, it's not Ganaz. The G is silent.
Well, there you go.
Crash Override, thank you for the 23-month resub, and you guys are already into a level 7 hype train. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You guys are incredible. Thank you for the level 7.
That's awesome.
It is. Sherlock Holmes says, as the father of a childhood cancer survivor, I know how hard it is when your kiddos are in the hospital. Our thoughts are with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. SKZ, thank you. Wishing me and my family well. God bless. Listen, I will address this here in just a moment. Thank you, Neon Lights. It has been a tumultuous few days. Landon has given me permission to share with you guys that he is the one in the hospital, and he is still there. I was not able to see him today. I did get a chance to talk to him for about 10 minutes a little bit ago, and he sounds good. I've been with him yesterday, and I will get to see him tomorrow. It was a crazy holiday, Griffin. The Thursday, the 4th of July holiday, we didn't get to do the fun stuff. I joked with somebody in the chat yesterday that by writing the fact that I had to take him to the hospital on the 4th of July, someone was going to think we blew ourselves up with fireworks. Unfortunately,
well, that's obviously the go-to.
Unfortunately, yes. That's not what happened. I mean, that probably would have been more fun than what did happen. But on the 4th of July, should I turn that off?
I mean, there's nothing better than a nice polka as a bed for, dramatic storytelling.
That's it, Andy. He ate a hot dog with mustard, and all hell broke loose. All right. Thank you, JB. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. The outpouring of love and support has been absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so very much. And thank you guys for the hype train. There's 60 seconds left on that. Level 7. You guys are incredible. I haven't done anything to deserve that at all. So thank you very, very much. It was the mustard.
You showed up. Hey, you showed up. So you take that right back.
I appreciate it. I did show up. I showed up because we've got some stuff to do tonight. We've got a few things to do. Plus, if I was sitting in my house, I would have gone crazy, Griffin, because I haven't been able to see Landon today. So,
well, all of our thoughts and prayers are with your son, and he's
you.
strong and he's tough and he's a fighter, and I'm sure he's going to be
is strong
in the long run.
He is strong. He's beast mode, man. He's big. I tried to arm wrestle him on the last stream. He kicked me. He kicked my butt. Vic says they kicked you out. So, without going into just an absolute ton of detail, I mean, he's admitted into the hospital, Griffin. They've got visitation hours, and even as his father, like, I have to adhere to the visitation policy. I was with him until 3 a.m., I think, Thursday night, which is when we took him to the emergency room. And so I took him to the emergency room in the afternoon. Like, we were there for a very long time. And then we got him admitted, and that was probably not until 2 o'clock in the morning. And then the hospital where I was, where we had him, is I drove him past a couple of hospitals to get him to the right hospital, if that makes sense.
There you go.
Sure does. Everybody knows, there are some hospitals that are differently equipped to deal with different things, and so I wanted him to be at the right facility. So I drove almost an hour. So then Griffin, he gets admitted, and I've got the hour drive home. Rembest, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome into the channel. So we got him admitted. That was late Thursday. Friday morning, I was able to speak to his doctors, and they told me I had to wait a few hours. I could go that afternoon, but I couldn't see him that morning. So I actually went and I worked for a little bit, just because, again, sitting at the house, right? So
yeah,
that would have been terrible. So I worked for a little bit, and then I went to see him Friday, and I was with him. They were super kind. They let me stay way past visiting hours on Saturday, or on Friday. And then they basically said, listen, on Saturday, like, you need to go home. So they sent me home, and then trying to get my days right. So then, because everything's blurred together. So then Sunday, I was able to go back, and I spent some time with him there. And then today, which I knew from the very beginning, today I was not able to see him. And I knew that from the very beginning. They told us, Monday you won't be able to be here. So I get to go back tomorrow, and hopefully, I don't know. I was hoping that he was going to come home Wednesday. Based on today, I don't actually expect that to happen. So, suffice to say, this has been incredibly difficult to talk about. I appreciate all the love and support. I really, really do. I've got hundreds of DMs. I will go through them all. I haven't. I really am very grateful to all of you, and thank you for the grace and the patience, and
buddy, when you need a second to get above water and feel that you're not alone, the good news is that you got 200 plus messages from your community who all care about you and your boy and want nothing but the best for a speedy recovery, with
thank you,
all of the loves and kisses and prayers and hopes and thoughts and everything that you can possibly stand. So
thank you, guys.
Explanations are not necessary. Just, those messages are all there when you need them, and your focus is exactly where it should be, which is on your boy. So
it has been for the most part, and so I have, though, in some moments where, like, I don't know what to do with my thumbs. I have been working with Griffin, and with our stream team to put together some content for you guys, because obviously we're at Arcfall, okay? So thankfully, Beck came out and released a video a couple of days ago. It was actually early, in which they released the District 56 building, Griffin. And we're going to talk a little bit about the District 56 building tonight. And as it turns out, Matters and Putz are here as well. And Jules is not going to make it tonight, but we have been collating some data, and there may have been, some assumptions or, some data that was filled into a chart that may have unofficial sources or, guesses or human, gut injected into the chart. So we're going to show that.
When you leave the door to the hen house unlocked, occasionally the fox will find the way in.
That's right. So we're going to show you, we're actually going to show you a little bit that we have managed to gather up and scrape together on this building tonight, the District 56 building. And actually why this is not a bad feature. All right. Now, I will say, before we start Beck's video, I will say that it was interesting to me, Griffin, that this is what they decided to go with for their preview, because this to me is probably the smallest piece of the new arc. Okay,
it is.
It's the smallest piece of the new arc, but the reason that I feel like it was probably chosen by Scopely to be the premiere is because it answers a lot of the feedback from last month. It answers a lot of the questions. Mr. Tiger came out and said, "I'm going to make this promise and I'm going to make this commitment," and I will say that what they're doing here with this particular building does kind of answer some of the questions that we had from the previous month. Tarpitude says, "Was this intended from the start of last month?" No, not entirely. Okay, not entirely. The some of the stuff was modified and added. I've actually had the good fortune of speaking to Mr. Tiger a little bit, after State of the Game, and then after our interview, and just after some of the stuff that happened throughout the month, Griffin. There was some stuff that they decided to make adjustments on. Papa Smurf, thank you for the 200 kitty bitties. Mwah. There was some stuff that they decided to make some adjustments on, Griffin, to keep a promise to the community, I think. And that's why I say, and I see this in the chat, that thank you for acknowledging this. This was probably the smartest move to release this information first, says Omicron. Tarpy says it shows a direct reflection of their listening to feedback, whether or not it was the plan. This is what customers complained about, and this is what they're doing about it, right? So they've done some very reiterative or some very feedback-driven things with this building, including the extra passes. Andy is still going to say it's not enough, but Andy is going to get an extra entry every 3 days now. And Toby says, "I hope this is going to pod." I hadn't started the recording, but I guess I can. I'll download it. Yeah, I'll download it. And so you've got the extra entry now, and the thing that people were complaining about with time, Griffin. Now you're actually going to be able to get more time. So they took both of those things. And then the premium currency, right? They've added that now too. So it the premium Rift keys, that is. So they have basically come in and said, okay, all three of the big complaints that we had last month, or three of the largest ones, all right? One of my complaints is the impulse time, still not quite handled yet. But three of the biggest complaints that we had last month, Griffin, they've come out and kind of taken care of with the new District 56 building. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a look at Beck's video first, and we're going to watch this video, Griffin, then we'll come back. We're going to talk a little bit about the ramifications, what it's going to do, some of the assumptions, and I do say assumptions, that we have made, and then take a look at some of the data that we've been able to gather. And then Matters and Putz actually have a really, really cool mathematical analysis for what this is actually going to do for players, Griffin.
And why it's such a great feature. This is actually very, very good news for the community. And we'll have Putts and Matters on at about 10:45 as soon as DJs is done watching this 4-minute video.
It won't be that long. I actually asked Captain Jesse to go on early tonight because I don't want to spend all night on stream. But we do have their analysis on this and why it's going to be good for players. And not only that, I'm going to kind of come back and tease the community a little bit with the fact that this, in my opinion, is the smallest piece of the July arc. It is literally the smallest piece of the July arc. I understand why they led with it, Omicron. You're right. But this is the smallest piece. There's more to come with the July arc. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that coming up in just a little bit. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let's head on over to StarTrekFleetCommand.com, where we will find Beck, community or digital content director, and her latest video release on the new District 56.
Greetings, Commanders. My name is Beck, and today we'll be taking a sneak peek look at content being released next week in Update 68 Into the Mirror Universe Part 2. Before we get started, make sure you leave a comment below letting us know what server you're hailing from. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with updates like these and more because we've got a lot of stuff coming. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth are we seeing a video about upcoming content so early? I know it's out of the norm and it won't be a forever standard, but if you like having access to more sooner, feel free to let us know. Sometimes it's hard to tell with the comments.
Griffin, poor Beck. You know, listen, we run into this in our industry, all right, customer service industry. Everybody likes to complain, but no one ever wants to say, hey, I like that. Good job. 5 stars. 2 thumbs up.
No, you only hear the bad stuff usually.
Usually.
And, there you go. Sometimes it's hard to... Yeah, I love that line. That was good.
Yes. Please, please, please leave your positive comments about the fact that they are releasing this data. Thank you, and you're welcome. And, go do the things. That's what she's asking for here. And she's totally right. I went back after she told me about this. I went back and watched the comments from last month and read through the comments, Griffin. They were horrible. They were terrible. Yeah. I was like, God.
Not ideal.
So you guys show a little bit of love, all right? Show a little bit of love. All right, let's continue on here.
Now, on to the content. As you know, we've been traversing the newest galaxy expansion in Star Trek Fleet Command, the Mirror Universe. This feature was something new and different that we had never tried before, and we've enjoyed watching players interact with it, while also taking notes on how we can continue to build upon it for months to come. One thing that's coming sooner rather than later is the new District 56 building. This new building is a stunner. Shout out to the art department.
All right, first of all, Griffin, we have to talk about the fact that there's like adult dancers on the billboards up here. Like listen, this, sure, fine, great, art and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that's a picture of Janet Jackson on the stage of the Super Bowl.
Don't read that much into it. You don't know that.
There's a booby right there. Look, right
There's
above
not a booby.
There's a booby. Okay?
DJ, it's a female. They do exist.
But there's a little...
Will you stop? It's a nice, futuristic-looking building. Everybody loves how it looks. Push play.
Okay.
And is aimed to help players in taking the fight where the Terran Empire hostiles are located, the Mirror Universe. District 56 is located within your station and is able to be constructed at Operations 40, ready to boost.
All right, I want to take a quick peek at this real quick here, Griffin, okay? What we're looking at here is predominantly some of the upgrade stuff that we're taking a look at here with District 56. Now, I know that you have actually spent some time going over this with Jules, and what we see here, even at level 1 of the building, if you take a look at your screen, even at level 1 of the building, we're seeing an increase in PvP Apex Barrier. Okay, so we got PvP Apex Barrier. We see PvP critical damage reduction, 5%, which is small. Mirror Universe duration, 5%. So in other words, right here, just by unlocking the building, we've got an increase to barrier, an increase in Mirror Universe time, and if you take a look at the screen, it's a little bit cut off, we see Mirror Universe gift tier 1.
Yes.
All right.
Pertaining to a daily gift chest, which we'll talk about shortly.
Okay, so we've got a daily gift chest, which she's going to talk about here in just a second. Well, and we'll take a look. As a matter of fact, I have... This is probably something you ripped out of the video. And here's the level 2. Yeah, This is the level 2 benefits from the building, which is basically the same thing with Apex Barrier, a little bit better in mitigation, blah, blah, blah. But the extra critical damage reduction, same amount of time in the Mirror Universe, and the same gift tier 1. And Beck further tells us that this changes every 5 levels. All right, we can see it right here. Every 5 levels upgraded in District 56 resets the cooldown. Holy smokes! Scopely is legitimately coming out and saying, hey, go ahead and take advantage of the cooldown, people.
Amazing. First time ever.
Sorry. Texting. I'm trying to pay attention to my phone. So they're telling you every 5 levels will reset the cooldown on this thing and allow you to go in and reclaim your gift. All right, so make sure you're doing that. All right, let's continue on.
Well,
Boost your
before
stats
you
with the
push
following.
play, pause it.
Pause everything.
I just thought that it was interesting that in the top description, the lore of the building, it mentions that trading happens. And I really wish they wouldn't have said that, unless they want to follow through. Anyway.
Yeah, we want trading. Scopely. On top of that, I will also point out, the whole black market deal and everything, all that stuff there. Now, Nura says, so I get 1 extra minute. Well, yeah, at level 1. Okay.
Nura, just wait for the math. Wait until we get putts on in about an hour and a half. And he's going to explain to you how incredible that is.
All right. Yeah. Now, granted, unlocking the building, you get 1 extra minute. Okay, but let's continue.
Buffs. Increased Apex Barrier in PvP. Increased mitigation stats. Enemy crit damage reduction in PvP. And increased time in the Mirror Universe per entry. In addition to these buffs, a constructed District 56 building will provide players with a daily claim in the Mirror Refinery, consisting of
Liquid Trillium D, premium Rift keys, and 100 mirror vouchers. Okay? Now, just as a quick reminder, this is a daily gift. Daily gift. So we're getting an extra 300 Trillium, Liquid Trillium D, which is fine. Okay? Not a whole lot, but a little bit. We are going to get 6 extra premium Rift keys per day. Let me add, or not per day, sorry, per 3-day cycle. All right? So let me remind and let me ask how many, that is more than you get per day at Ops 42, to be honest with you. How much premium currency does it cost to use to go through 1 premium system? Anybody remember? It's 40. That's
is
right,
it
Andy.
40?
It's 40.
Yeah.
Okay? Which means over the span of 20 days, you're going to get 1 extra premium trip. No tarpitude. This is every day. Every single day, you're going to get this. So you're going to basically, every 20 days, you're going to get 1 extra premium trip, okay? And you're going to get 100 mirror vouchers. How many mirror vouchers does it take to get into the system? 300. So this is 1 extra, 1 extra run every 3 days, okay? Andy says, I need 40 every 3 days. No, you technically don't. You could use 40 every 3 days, but you also probably have tens upon tens of thousands of common keys. And actually, this past week, I started using my common Rift keys instead of using premium. I'm down to like 400 or 500 premium. I decided I'm going to save that, and I'm going to start using my common keys. You can go around. You don't have to use the premium. Okay? You could go around and use the common keys. I've got like 32,000. So I'm going to start to use those and hang on to my premium currency for a little bit. All right? That being said, this is at least providing you some extra. Okay? A little bit of extra. Okay? Now, that being said, one extra run, which again, Andy's not going to be probably super thrilled with, but it does help. This is one extra run every 3 days. And as Putts and Matters are going to teach us here in a little bit, what does that one extra run do? It's actually so much more than you think. We're going to talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Let's continue on with Beck's video here.
With Trellium D, Premium Rift Keys, and Mirror Universe entry vouchers. The amount of liquid Trellium D and Premium Rift Keys included in the daily claim will improve every 5 levels of the facility.
Boom. So again, on the unlock, okay? On the unlock, you're getting the 2 Premium Rift Keys per day. But as you level this thing up, you're going to get more. Okay? You're going to get more as we level this thing up. So, Andy, as you progress and as you build up this building, you're going to get to the point where you are going to have a sufficient number. All right? You're going to see a sufficient number of premium Rift keys. All right?
Can upgrade this new building by using mirror fragments, which are available via a daily claim in the mirror refinery in exchange for liquid Trellium. While the buffs and the
pause here, Griffin, and I want to come back in. What she's just talking about here is how you're going to get the building upgrade pieces. Okay?
Yes.
The building upgrade pieces are going to come in a daily claim using liquid Trellium D. Crap. Hang on. That's good enough. Using liquid Trellium D. All right? Which means there's going to be added refinery options in where we are spending our liquid Trellium D. We are now going to have one for building parts. Okay? So one thing to note there, we're going to have one for building parts as we are progressing and leveling up this building.
Rewards for District 56 are pretty neat. This new building also does one more thing. It extends the time spent within the mirror universe. Now, our team has been very clear that the shorter timer is intended in this dungeon-style area of Star Trek Fleet Command, but we also know a little extra time could be just the thing to help with rift timers and reaching deeper into the mirror universe for that better loot. At level 40 of this building, an entry voucher can be increased by 50%, converting your 20-minute trip into a 30-minute trip.
All right, this is something that I want to point out here, Griffin. She just gave us kind of a big data nugget right here. Is this building going to have to be maxed? The answer is
what a
no.
good question.
The answer is no. As a matter of fact, what we know is that at level 40 of this building, you will max out your extra time at 50% increase into the mirror universe. That's going to take your 20-minute timer up to 30 minutes. Now, how much time is it going to take? We don't know. All right, how long to max? I can't tell you that because I don't know what the redeems look like. What I can tell you is that we've scraped together a little bit of data. Now, I don't know if I should show this yet, but I'm gonna. All right, Griffin. This is the District 56 overview chart. Thank you to Blue, Jules, and Shenanigans. Okay, we have been able to scrape together the amount of PvP Apex barrier, the amount of upgrade currency, the levels, every 5 levels, the mitigation, the crit damage reduction, and the timer that is going to occur on this thing, okay? I should point out that this data is speculative. We believe in it, but it might not be 100% accurate. Okay? Just throwing that out there. And Chris says,
never know.
Data mining. Said nothing. This we believe in this chart, but there could be some stuff that may end up being different. All right. Now, the interesting thing to kind of point out here is very, very early. You can get up to 2 extra minutes in the mirror universe. Level 10. And that's going to take hardly no currency whatsoever. Okay? This is going to be very, very quick to get through that first level or two. All right? When I say level or two, I mean building level 10, building level 20. I suspect, based on what I have seen, that most free-to-play players who are actively pulling their liquid Trillium D refinery, like as in they're going to pull the building parts every day, Griffin, they should be to level 20 probably within the arc.
I believe that's true.
All right,
based on previous
what
performance.
I've seen. Yeah, based on what I've seen. All right, so I don't expect this to be a super slow-moving thing. And you got to think, even at level 20, that's 4 extra minutes in the mirror universe. Now, for most of us, 4 extra minutes is most of our travel time. That was one of the big complaints from last month, Griffin, was that travel time was taking up the time that I could be using to doing this or doing that. All right?
Yep. This compensates you for that and gives you that extra time straight back to fill up that cargo bay.
This is going to get you back to at least your original thing and compensate you back for your travel time. All right? I want to continue on with Beck's video. There's actually only like a minute left. You guys are giving me grief about things, but it's close.
No, you're doing great. Keep going.
Okay, fine.
We wish we could chat more about what's coming, but we don't want to spoil anything else just yet. So, come back on launch day to hear about everything else coming out in this release, and remember, live long and prosper, Commanders.
All right, that's all we got. All right, now, this is kind of why I mentioned the other day. There's not a whole lot in this video. We don't have a whole lot of great gameplay. We don't see a whole lot of screenshots. Lostin says, shortest watch video ever. I get it. I know it's not a 6-beer video. Listen, there wasn't a heck of a lot in here. Okay? There's not a heck of a lot in here, which is why I kind of jokingly said at the beginning, this was an odd pick for me as far as their early release, Griffin, because it's the smallest piece of the entire arc. All right, there's a
Dr.
lot.
Dr. Juby in the chat. Let's all complain.
Let's all complain.
There's really nothing to complain about.
That's
the thing.
The early release video says Durr feels like a "we heard you, you got it, please be fair" video, and I don't necessarily disagree. Okay, coming back to the chart and taking a look. This is what we think we know here so far. Yo, thank you. By the way, I think Scribbler resubbed during the video. Thank you, Scribbler. I appreciate it. You guys be sure and check out Scribbler tonight. She's going to be streaming with Captain Jesse and Iron Chef a little bit later. I think Samo popping in there as well. So that'll be happening a little bit later on this evening and probably a little bit sooner than Tiberius joining the cast. See, the Warp Drive 5 adding a new member since John has left. So Tiberius is going to be hopping in with the Warp Drive 5. That starts tonight at they say 11 p.m. I asked him to go on at 10, so we'll see. All right. Now, Tarpitude says, what poo-smelling shoe is going to be the other thing to drop? Well, I think some people are going to like it. I think a lot of people are going to like it. It's, it just kind of depends on whether or not you like that sort of thing. All right. Shinjo says, I'm late, but DJ looks different tonight. This is the look of an unshaven face and 5 days of no sleep. That's what this looks like. So apologize for that. Yeah, I do need to shave. I look extremely disheveled. I actually thought, Griffin, this morning, I said, man, I should shave. And then I looked and I was like, you know what? I think I can make this look all right. But I very quickly decided no, but at that point it was too late.
You look dashing. Don't let them tell you otherwise.
Shave what? I know, there's not a whole lot here. This is a person who can't grow hair. This has taken me like 5 days. 5 days.
Well, there you go.
Anyway. All right.
The other shoe is not poo. I think a lot of people like what's on the other shoe, and you will too, in 8 short hours.
Well,
so just wait.
8 short hours. God, is it only 8 hours away? Yeah, it is. So, listen, there's a couple of things that we can kind of speculate on. First of all, Mr. Tiger came out and said that there was going to be more liquid Trillium D that came in this new arc, okay? Or at least over the next 60 days is what he said. He also said he was going to be doing better with premium Rift keys. Well, we could see the premium Rift keys, okay? What you guys can't see would be the increased sourcing on the Liquid Trillium D, all right? And again, not that I'm just pulling the cat out of the bag, so to speak, but that was something Mr. Tiger said, and it will come to pass. We will see it this month. So that is going to help. And so when you see some of these extra options in your Liquid Trillium D store, then, I mean, I feel like the Liquid Trillium D stores is, I don't know what the right word is, Griffin. It's going to give, there's choices there. Like, you're not going to be able to get everything. Yep. There's going to be choices there. What you see in the Liquid Trillium D store now is going to change, or at least be added to drastically, and you will be able to spend more drastically in there, but you're still not going to be able to get it all. Dare says, is it going to be like X-Borg? I would say that is the variety and bundles that you can choose. It's probably going to be very similar, Griffin. All right? I mean, there's a ton of different bundles available in X-Borg store. You can't buy them all. And I think you're going to see the Liquid D store be very much like that, okay? Now, thank you, Lawson. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Everywhere It Matters says more time equals more raw equals more and bigger pulls equals more of Liquid D. Fair enough. All right, let's come back in. First thing that I want to show off very quickly is this amazing, very complete, very full of data chart that we stole from Scopely HQ. Okay?
Worked long and hard on it.
We did. All right. I'm going to show you guys this. Listen, I can only leave it on the screen for probably 5 or 6 seconds. If Beck is here, I'm going to get in so much trouble. All right.
There were at least 3 meetings about the color.
Listen, nobody needs to screenshot this, please. Nobody needs to just, okay? Just
don't clip it.
Definitely don't clip it. Okay, please. Thank you. Don't need anybody fussing. Nobody fussing. Okay?
And there you go.
Here you go. This is what we know so far about the Daily Claim bundle. All right? So we are going to be relying on you guys to help us fill this thing out. That being said, we do know that the amount of Liquid D and the amount of premium Rift keys are going to increase as we level this building up. All right, so there is this Daily Claim bundle. And we're going to be earning more and more and more Liquid D as we level this thing up. Plus, as we, Griffin, participate in all the areas of this month's arc. Okay?
Don't worry, I'll have that filled up to level 40 by tomorrow.
God, don't do it. Don't do it. All right? That was longer than 5 or 6 seconds. I don't know. It might have been about 10 seconds. All right? That being said, Griffin, or Putz and Matters, I'm going to invite you guys up to the stage.
It's math time.
Math time.
Everybody
guys.
wake up.
Math time. All right? We've only got 38 minutes left on this show. But here's where we're going to go, okay? Putz, Matters, good evening. Welcome to the stage. I know what you guys want to talk about is this. Most specifically, this piece right here, the mirror timer, all right? So, first of all, let's do a quick sound check, make sure that we got you guys. Because, Putz, you and Jules and Matters, you're looking at this in a very interesting way. There's a very interesting perspective that you guys have with relationship to the mirror timer and the extra goodies that you guys are getting when we come in, these extra vouchers. So, Putz, do we have you? Hopefully so. Oh, boy.
Yes, you're there.
No, I got no Putz. Oh, wait.
Oh, I heard
You got no Putz?
Now I got Putz. I got Putz.
Check.
You're a dirty meter with your dirty muppin.
I had it muted. Sorry. All right, so I got Putz. Matters. We got Matters on here as well.
Yep, I'm here.
Good evening. All right, Griffin, I'm going to kind of sit back here just for a moment. Floyd says I'm not so impressed. To be fair, Floyd, I kind of pointed out, I felt like this was not the biggest thing, the most exciting thing that they could have led with for a preview. But you know what? It was the most feedback driven.
It's also the most deceptive because we asked for several things as a result of this June arc. We wanted more D. We wanted more entry points. We wanted more time. We wanted more loot on the way out. And the math does not disappoint. And my good buddy Putz put that all together for us in a message a day or two ago. And my jaw dropped with the outcome of what this is going to bring to us in the month of July without that much effort. We're not talking about getting to level 70 on a building.
All right, so I see it in the chat. Mr. Lurchy says, okay, in a year, you're going to get 10 minutes more. Putz, pretending for a moment that I guess, how do you want to set this up? Because I do think that it would be ingenuous to assume that it's going to be easy or fast to get this building to level 40. That being said, the 10 minutes is the goal. Even some people said, I saw Blue mention the other day, well, golly, I feel like even at level 40, 10 minutes feels really lackluster. Why is it not?
Okay, so here's what I did. I looked at it as, okay, we get an extra 10 minutes for every trip. And then I started looking at, well, what is the end game and how is that going to be different than today, right? Today, right now, we get 3 trips every 3 days for a total of 60 minutes. Okay, that math is easy. Okay, if we build the building, we get an extra trip, right? So now we've built the building, and let's not even worry about that extra 1 minute, although that extra 1 minute is very valuable for even someone like me. But disregarding that, okay, now we have 4 trips. Okay, 4 trips gets us 80 minutes. Okay, great. But we still have the travel time. Okay, we have the impulse, we have getting the animations to go to the next system, all of that, right? So now let's fast forward and say, okay, I've now got the building to level 40. What does that actually do for me compared to today? Okay, so now let's look at the math. We have 4 trips, okay, and now each trip is 30 minutes. So now we are looking at 120 minutes. Okay. That is significant.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait for the kitty cat to catch up on his whiteboard.
Ah, stop it. I'm just typing. I can't draw anything. Level 40 building, 10 extra minutes. So you're saying that in the 4 trips every 3 days, you're now looking at how many minutes?
120.
120 minutes. And the previous state was 3 trips at 20 minutes. So it was only 60 total minutes, right?
What? We are doubling our minutes?
I don't know how much. I don't know how much I like that. All right, let me be.
What are you talking about?
No, let me be devil's advocate. Let me be devil's advocate. I don't want to grind an extra 60 minutes every 3 days.
Oh, here we go. OMG. Are you serious, bro?
Listen, somebody's going to say it.
Stop it.
Somebody's going to say it.
Say it. Yeah. But now we also take advantage of this extra time that we're adding on to each trip doesn't also come with a cost of getting there each trip. So if we look at the math, and say how much dead time of this 120 minutes are we going to have? Let's assume 5 minutes travel time. Okay, so that means each trip now takes 5 minutes off. We have 4 trips. We're going to take that 120 and we're going to reduce it down to 100 minutes of grind time. Okay, but if you look at 100 compared to what was the original? The original, remember, was 60 minutes minus 3 trips of travel time. So now that goes 60 all the way down to 45. So now if you compare the end numbers of total grind, once you get the building to level 40, okay, you have 122% more grind time.
Well, that's wonderful. Who doesn't like that? If you don't like that, you don't like video game grinding entertainment.
All right. Now, Ransusi says, how does this help people have to sit around waiting for the timer to kick us out? All right. Well, I mean, I guess if you're waiting, why are you waiting for the timer to kick you out? Why don't you pop back earlier and grind a bunch of extra boxes? Now, Lloydson has a good point. What I see is more forced playtime. That is actually incorrect. Okay, in fairness, that is actually 100% incorrect. They are giving players more grind time because they asked for it. However, I, like JB, like some of you guys extra in the chat right now, probably not going to use all of that extra grind time. So, what might I do with my time?
Ooh, you'll mine. You'll bring your miner in there and you'll sit it on a node and you'll mine.
Probably not. But I mean, I could. Okay, that's right. More time for Wardod to hunt DJs. Possibly mining, maybe. Mining, possibly. PvP, yes! Okay, you could hunt a little bit. I don't know. Kill players' ships. Listen, this is going to give players more opportunity to play in here. What good is it if you're dead? None, Floyd. If you are using your current clock, let me ask this question. This past weekend, Griffin, I'm gonna show the chat something wild, okay? Because I didn't mean to do this. I really didn't. All right. But I've spent a fair amount of time in hospital waiting rooms over the last couple of days. Okay. So I decided that I was going to spend a couple of tokens, literally only a couple tokens, Griffin. And I went ahead and knocked out 15 billion rep lock for Fed and ROM.
That's exactly right. Now,
I understand that if you don't want to do the extra grinding, you certainly don't want to do the mining. I get that. Okay? What I believe that we need to be paying attention to here is not that it's extra grind time for us to go get Trillium. Okay? This is not necessarily, it can be, for those of you borderline struggling with your pulls, this is going to help. For those of you who are not struggling with your pulls, this is going to either A, help with your travel time, or B, feed you boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of faction credits, and C, feed you boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of rep.
Yep.
Counselor says, wait, you can grind rep in the mirror universe? What?
Oh,
yes.
Counselor missed the whole thing and the whole video about it. Yeah, that's now the best play. I'm literally getting over a billion rep per trip.
No place
for 20
else.
minutes.
No place else to grind rep. Okay. Did we make a video on that? Please tell me we did.
We did.
Okay. I'm going to put it up on the screen so people can watch. Which one is it?
Oh, you know what? No, I haven't published it yet. You just have the raw Twitch stream on there now.
All right. Well, we're putting up a video about grinding rep in the mirror universe. Okay. There are survey systems that give rep, positive rep, for all three factions. Matter of fact, I don't know if you're going to see it in here. Is this it? No.
Yep. No.
Is it?
Click on the chest.
No, it doesn't show the rep. Yeah, this is it. This is one of those hostels. Okay. This right here is one of those hostels. It's not showing my rep right here, but there are hostels, and I went with the level 60s. Look, I ground my tail off. I just ground. Grind.
Well, show them the system that you went to because that's hidden behind the logo there.
Okay. So the system that I went to was Mirror Sharon, I think. I'm going down here to look.
Chevron,
right here. This one is level 60 hostels. Would you believe that the base amount? Okay, yeah, Silver Tab, you're smart. Allow me, folks, to peek inside these systems for you. Now, for those of you in podcast, I apologize. This was a Twitch stream. Somebody asked me to put it up, so I'm going to, but I do have a couple of things I'm going to show. But what I'm going to show, I will try to vocally narrate as well. All right? So we're going to pop over here to the Mirror Universe. Now, a couple of sections that I want to point out. First of all, there is a level 61 system for this. All right? Let's start with the level 61 system. If I'm not mistaken, isn't it? Yeah, right here. Paraleon. Yes. Mirror Paraleon. All right? This is a level 61 system. And by the way, they go even higher than this. I just don't have them unlocked. All right? This is a level 61 system where you can get to with common rift keys only. It will drop varying numbers of all 3 ship parts, including Interceptor, Battleship, and Explorer, but it will also drop a ridiculous amount of reputation. Look up there at the top. This particular level 61 hostile is dropping 360,000 reputation per hit. And by the way, that's base. So if you're using Exos and you're using Loot Crew and you're using Admiral Freeman under deck and Doctor under deck, and you've got some research. Now, Otter says Warp 700 pretty stout. Yes, I started with the Op 61 ones. All right, let's go back to the ones that DJ is grinding on. That would be Mirror Charon. A little bit tougher to get to, a little bit more expensive to get to, okay? And not 360,000. Not 360,000 rep, but these drop 5-star parts, by the way. 5-star parts, and this is 315,000. 315,000.
Each faction, if you're listening at home, it's per faction. It's
That's
Federation, right. Romulan, and Klingon. They all pay
all positive.
315,000 base.
All positive. Okay? Andy says, great, I need 500 billion, so only 500 trips if 1 billion per trip. Well, I mean, first of all, you have dailies too, Andy. You're not but I mean, this is still a lot faster than what you had before. Okay, I know you need a bunch, but it's still a lot. Floyd says still not within reach. Okay, that's fine. They go all the way down. Silvertab says triple grinding is now possible. Yes.
Yes.
This fundamentally changes the way you approach reputation in this game. Fundamentally changes it. Dragon Keeper, by the way, Andy, is getting 10 billion reputation per run. So that would only be 50 runs. Is it worth it for G4? You betcha, Raj. Let's keep going. This is the level 60 system that I was just talking about. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. If I'm not mistaken, there is a level, oh, goodness gracious, I think it's a 55? 55 system. I'm looking.
Well, you go even lower, and there's the 40-something to the left of Paraleon, which does it too. Rotoban, I think.
Right, yep, right here. Radaban. I'm saying that wrong. All right, here is
You're a Radaban.
level 55 system. Again, traders, an 85,000 reputation. Now, again, go find you a comparable level 55 trader. Go find a comparable level 55 hostile. Is it given 85,000 triple positive? Probably not.
No. Nothing in the game does.
No. All right. I mean, it's not even close.
The most important part of this trick, since we're giving you this training in 3 minutes, is the glitch that I clearly figured out on day one, which nobody else did, that I was right about. The Jewel said I was wrong, but I was right.
Yeah.
Is that if you pop your exos, the 100, the 70, and the 40% positive faction rep exos, then this actually multiplies at the end of the math, sort of like a net multiplicative. And that's how you end up getting these 15 and 20 million rep per hostile hits on these 61s. So even if you're hitting the 55s or the 49s, if you pop your exos, you're going to see millions upon millions of gain in all 3 faction in 20 short minutes. And even if your cargo is full, you just keep hitting, going, because that rep goes straight into your repository there.
And by the way,
cargo for it.
And by the way, not only do you keep grinding, even though your cargo is full, not only do you keep doing that, but the loot boxes that drop from these hostiles are dropping actual faction credits.
They are.
Now, Tarpy, is this the chart? Yeah, actual faction credits. Tarpy, is this the chart you were talking about? This is the amount of reputation dropped by each level of hostile. So somebody says, can I do this in the G4 range? Absolutely, you can.
Yes.
They go all the way down to level 40, okay, where it's 9,000 rep. Lost In says, how many faction credits? All right, Lost In, I can do one run on the 60s, and I roll out with about 12,000 in total. They're usually pretty equal. It's about 4,000 Fed, 4,000 ROM, 4,000 Klingon out of one trip. One trip.
That's amazing.
All right. This chart is missing some of the survey systems. Actually, well, this chart's not showing any survey systems, any systems. This is just showing the 6 levels of hostile that exist. Okay.
There's 6 more. I just put it in the circle.
There's 6.
Those are the 6. Those are the 6 in the common systems. It's missing the 6 in the uncommon systems, including the one you're doing.
All right, so I'm going to put this in the graphics room, and I'll pull it up on screen as well. So these right here, so we should label this. These are the systems available in uncommon space. All right, I'm going to pull this up on screen. There's this. These are the uncommon ones. All right, and then you've got the common ones, which was the first one that I showed. Common systems here. And I'll pull these here side by side if I can. Well, a little bit.
Oh boy.
little bit
oh
off.
Oh boy.
Leave me alone, Griffin. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I don't know what happened.
Man.
Oh, stop. Okay, there we go. Close enough. Okay. Can I screenshot that?
Close enough. You can't get close enough to see that stuff. What are you talking about?
All right, I'll zoom in that, and then I'll zoom out. All right, 1 screenshot, 2 screenshot. 1 screenshot. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
It's so Wayne's World now. Camera 1, camera 2.
All right, bottom line is, I believe that there are 2 groups of people playing Mirror Universe. Okay? The first group, Griffin, is the group of people that are coming in that are struggling, that could use a little extra time, that could use some boons, that are not double pulling or max pulling everything every single time. Okay? And that is probably mostly G4 players. Okay? Admittedly, I would say mostly G4 players are the ones who are not able to get in and do max pulls of everything. Putz, am I correct? You're not going through and max pulling everything, right? Lost In says low to mid G6. I would also say low to mid G5. Listen, maybe the better accurate description here would be the first half of any generation. The first half of any generation are going to struggle to make their pulls. Okay? So, if you're struggling to make your pulls, more time solves that problem. Why? You can kill more hostiles, get more boxes. Right? Kill more hostiles, get more boxes. If you can't punch up and kill more, then you're going to kill as many as you can of the big ones. Then you're going to punch down and just grind boxes.
Correct.
I still don't think you should be mining Lost In. Yo, what's up, St. Nick? Thanks for the follow. I still don't think you should be mining.
Well, that's you because you hate and you're prejudiced against miners. There are plenty of people who will give you the argument that mining is the way to go.
Only
too. It just depends on where
G6
you're on
players.
the game.
Only G6 players are going to make that argument. Okay? But
I mine because I don't always have time to do 3 runs in 3 days. And so I will do 1 or 2 mining runs because otherwise I won't get to do my claim and get the 3 entries. And those runs will be flushed down the toilet.
Okay.
So sometimes the only option is to just send a miner a few times. So at least I'm getting something, and I'm not losing it.
I get it. Okay. And that's fine. That's what I think is beautiful about the design from Mr. Tiger. It's a good design. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I like it.
The second group of players, Griffin, are the players not struggling with double pulls. The second half of every generation. Okay? The second half of every generation who is up there and has, and I'm sorry, who has gobs and gobs and millions of Trellium. I am currently sitting on, Griffin, I am sitting on 1.6 million Trell A and 1.8 million Trell D. All right.
Wow.
Nice.
I am
You've
not
been grinding.
struggling. I'm not struggling here. By the way, I have all that, and I still spent 3 or 4 runs this past week grinding rep. So, for the second half of each generation. Hey, good question. Dragon Keeper says, why so little? Because I didn't feel the need to bank up 60 days worth of loot. So what did I do in the meantime with my extra runs? I took the bonus rewards. What are the bonus rewards that Mr. Tiger has laid out? Let me go back and ask. In the Voyager loop, what were the bonus rewards that he laid out for us, Griffin?
Those would be commerce insignias.
No.
Yes. What are you talking about?
No.
The faction messages.
Faction messages. That's right. That was the secret treasure. Listen, you're not wrong in the commerce insignias, but that was an obvious part of the loop. It came in the refinery. That was like Trell D. Right? Liquid D right now, okay? What we're talking about was the hidden gem inside the Voyager loop, the thing they didn't talk about, the thing that you had to discover, and the thing that eliminated an entire grind for an entire population of players.
Oh, yeah. You mean the commerce insignias in the Borg systems that you had to go and grind and find yourself with the things that you thought were for weird armadas that never came to fruition. So I stand by my point.
Those are Delta
But
Quadrant.
yeah, I guess the faction credits are pretty good too. Hey, where do you get all those faction credits, by the way? Matters.
What?
Where do you get all the faction credits?
Messages?
From the faction messages!
You get them from the same spheres that, yes, have a chance of dropping the commerce insignias. But
what an
DJ's
incredible
saying
revelation! They're from the same place.
The commerce
All right.
insignias were there anyway. It wasn't the secret nugget.
The nugget
It was
the faction
an
messages.
extra way to get them,
Yes.
which was nice.
You know,
the actual secret nugget
it doesn't matter, but I cannot believe and I cannot stand on principle you making that point that the one counts and the other doesn't count. They're both great. Next.
Anyway, that was the golden nugget of the Voyager loop. Reputation grind and faction credits is the golden nugget of the mirror universe. All right. Again, they did not advertise it. It had to be discovered. I actually joked with last month's Arc Runner. He laughed at me, Griffin, at how long it took us to find it. I said, in all fairness, it took us It took us 3 weeks to find the Voyager stuff too. All right.
Did.
It did. It took 3 weeks to find the Voyager stuff too. So it took us a couple weeks, but this is the golden nugget. Okay, this is the nugget in the mirror universe is reputation grind. So for the people who are in the second half of their generation, okay, the 45 or 46 plus, the 56 plus, the 66 plus, for those players who don't need all of their runs in order to do all of their pulls, they've got extra vouchers. They've got extra runs.
Yeah.
Those extra runs can be done with credits. Those extra runs can be done now with reputation. I'm literally done. I have joked in the past that I was probably not going to be able to buy the blueprints for the Op 60 ships until I made it to Op 60 because I don't grind rep. I literally let my dailies do it for me. But we did a stream the other night, Griffin, where I ran a faction exo and I hit the level 60s and I walked with 350 million rep for both of my primary factions. 350 million for one run. I maxed 15 billion rep sitting in the waiting room this past week, I think off 3 or 4 runs, because I had the extras. All right?
Where is your FKR research in the mirror universe, just out of curiosity, for the rare and for the premium?
I still didn't invest in it. I did.
I know. Wait till you do.
I know. It would have been even crazier. It would have been even crazier, guys. What he's talking about is this research inside the mirror tree. If you go into the mirror tree and scroll down, you've got researches in here. First one, there's a premium, which I still didn't do anything with, Griffin. I'm still level 1 on it. Premium positive FKR rep. But there's also a rare positive FKR rep that uses the rare mirror dust. All right. And it's going to get you some extra. I did a couple of levels on that, Griffin, but still only level 3. So now let me ask, Dragon Keeper, if you are heavily investing into the rare positive FKR reputation, and you're heavily investing what you can into premium positive FKR reputation, Griffin, this gets even more redonkulous, right?
Yeah. Turn on the whale cam. I'll show you.
Ladies and gentlemen, going to pop on over to Griffin's whale cam. All right. He is
so here we are,
level 6 on the rare positive FKR rep, where he's
and
getting
that's
110.
getting us up to 110 to 300. But yeah, I have to hit level 61 to get further on this, because now the prereq there is to finish these guys right here. So I'm done with that. But on the premium,
Oh my God, that's gross.
I'm at level 8.
That's disgusting.
And look at that 305% bonus on my way to level 10, y'all, which is going to be 500%.
Now we've
and the way that this math plays out is insane.
Oh, it is insane. As a matter of fact, we've got a video that that Griffin is going to put out for us that circles around a chart. I'll put this back in the graphics room. We actually did talk about this the other night. I'll put it back in the graphics room, but it circles around this chart right here. All right. And this chart that I just posted in the graphics room at 9:41 p.m. Eastern time, this chart right here tells you how reputation is calculated in this game. So Jules actually did some math for us. If you completely max everything out, and by the way, I'm talking about maxing everything, okay? Using all Havoc. Where did all the premium come from? He paid for it, Mr. Cheater McCheater Pants. Anyway,
yeah, but not $10,000 like you thought I did. You'll have to watch that video too. About
anyway, what Jules proved to us is that if you maxed all of this reputation boosting research and use the officers and use the favors and use the exos, he predicted that you could earn 15 million reputation per hostile. 15 million reputation per hostile. Can you... What? 15 million per hostile.
It's such a good feeling to do it. I hear the Mr. Rogers song when I'm clicking along.
He did use the big ones, Dragon Keeper. I think he was actually only using the level 61 Dragon Keeper. He was using the level 61 hostile. We didn't go higher than that. So it would be even higher on the 65 hostiles.
I can't wait to get there.
We did the math on the 61s.
Yeah. You guys, this is the thing that Mr. Tiger does, why we love him so much. Just like the Bajoran loop, just like the Voyager loop. He has a whole endgame planned for all of his content, to where once you outgrow the first half of the content, then it really helps with the catch-up mechanic to get through, stuff that's been around for too long. And at this point, we're talking about, billions of rep, all 3 factions per 30-minute trip that you're going to be getting here probably by the end of the summer into the fall.
Now,
I mean, come on.
Divine is going to be Grumpy Cat. He's going to say, "Oh yeah, it's only on the 64 billion hostile." Yeah. All right, I get it. I get what you're saying, but no, it's not. You can scale it down. And by the way, these billions upon billions upon billions, it's fake numbers. All these things are a boatload of hull that you gotta dig your way through. And by the way, how do you do it? You do it with Cascade. And you do it with a little bit of Assimilate. Okay? And you do it with some hull breach. Okay? Short says, is it the whale-only stream these days? Oh, my Jesus Christ. We just talked about the hostiles down at level 40.
This is the whale stream. No,
the
there's
level
something
40
in this
hostiles.
loop for everybody. That's the point.
It's all the way down to level 40, which, by the way, coincidentally, is where this feature begins. All right. Now, assimilate on hostiles. Yeah, I don't think these hostiles need it, but I mean, it definitely helps. Okay. They don't. Do they have ship abilities? You betcha they do. Let's go back.
What? Assimilate doesn't affect ship abilities. It affects officer abilities. So don't use it on anything except for Zindi Armadas.
Oh, all right. I'm an idiot.
And
I've just been running it standard. I've been running a standard. I've been running assimilate standard for it. I guess I'm an idiot. Sorry about that. I just created a preset.
That was
in
totally
case
not a
he gets
leak.
hit by
Beck.
somebody, it will help.
All right, coming back in. Do they have ship abilities? Yes. They have ship abilities that include if the enemy player is hull breached, this ship increases weapon damage by 20% for 1 round. At the start of the round, if the enemy player is hull breached, the ship increases isolated damage by 10% for 1 round. So I'm going to be running some isolated defense here. Okay? Running isolated defense. And then over here, you've got at combat start, hull breach enemy player for duration of combat. Basically saying you are permanently hull breached and therefore permanently receiving increased damage and increased isolated damage. So I'm going to probably pull for a little bit of isolated defense here, but I'm also going to try to pull on overpowering this hostile. What gives you ISO defense versus hostiles? Palia. Palia does. All right. Now, here's the problem. You guys say, is it a Tau hostile? I'm going to go to stfc.space. I personally don't feel like this is a Tau hostile. Okay? Mainly because they have really big guns. All right? And you want to try to kill them quick. Here we go. Let's find Romulan Republic Minor.
I mean, they do have lots of hull, but they're gonna hurt you if you're using Tau and waiting for that timer.
Hi, Beck.
It's Beck. See, I said leaks, and here she came.
I haven't leaked anything. Nope, sure haven't. I've leaked nothing. All right, pulling up stfc.space and taking a look at the Romulan Republic Minor. Okay, taking a look at its firing pattern. By the way, Chen, well, not only that this is a 60, but all of them have mixed energy and kinetic. Okay, so they've all got mixed energy and kinetic. But you come on down here and you take a look. Yeah, they've got a lot of hull health. They've also got a lot of shield, but they also have they've got a lot of potential damage here. So, me personally, Tau probably works, but I definitely don't think it's the best way to go. Okay, it's definitely not the best way to go. You need to chew through some of this fat up here. Okay?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you gotta chew through the shield, chew through the hull. And by the way, they've got a tremendous amount of shield. All right, which is why I love extreme amounts of isolytic output. Okay. Durr says shield, laughs in Kirk. Well, doesn't that's true. Strange New Worlds, Kirk, Sam on the side. You'll bypass the shield. That's great. I mean, that's pretty smart. Sam, Kirk, and
quick point for.
Go ahead. Sorry.
For people that are in their 40s or low G5, if you're hitting the common ones, not the uncommon, they are 100% energy. So if you're hitting 51 or below, go ahead and run PMC and blast these puppies to smithereens.
There you go. That's a great way to get to 10 million fast.
All right. So yeah, taking a look here.
Are half and half. But the common ones are both shots are energy.
Common ones must be called something different because I just went down and looked at
Imperial Starfleet Cruiser or
check that
Planet Killer something.
Extravaganza.
Okay, here's an Imperial Starfleet Planet Harvester. Yeah, all energy. Here's a level 51. All energy. Okay. Divine says, so a whale mechanic, because under 51 or below, you get more rep from FKR. No. No, you can still get more rep, and it supports your double or triple rep grind because there's no loss. Okay? There's no loss. Now, Dog Red brings up a good point. If you match the power of the Mirror Universe to FKR are better in rep. Yep. Power doesn't mean diddly. Hold on, where's my... Power don't mean... Did that actually still come through? I don't know if it did. Okay, good.
You got it. Good beep.
Good beep. Power doesn't mean anything, guys. It's all about statistics. And no, these hostiles, ignore the power. Go in. Try to kick their butts. Full isolytic, full damage output. Go with Kirk and Synergy. Skip the shields. I don't care. Go in. All right? But you will do better. Stop comparing power. I hate comparing power. Because you got hostiles like the Texas class hostiles or like the Mantis hostiles. What if you're in waves, by the way? I don't know. I fly my Borg cube in waves now. If I go into waves, do you know what the best hostile to hit is with my cube?
What's that?
Mantis hostiles. Axion. Why? They got hull for days. Okay? Killing the Borg probes, killing the swarm, or killing the FKRs doesn't charge my beam nearly as much as killing an Axion. Why? Hull. Their power is so much higher. Does it actually hurt worse? No. Because I wasted time upgrading Mantis research? Well, that would be, Paulo, if I was using the Mantis. But I'm not. I'm using a Borg cube. My beam doesn't kill them? You're exactly right, Divine. Why doesn't it? Because for the same reason. They've got hull for days. They've got tremendous amounts of power. It doesn't mean diddly squat. Doesn't mean anything. It's just the stats.
It's a scarecrow.
It is a scarecrow.
You're getting scared away by a big power number without clicking on it and seeing why it's a big power number.
Listen,
and that does make all the difference.
You say that the same amount of rep comes from an equivalent powered FKR? Sure. But I would say ignore the power, go with the level, and surprise yourself.
Yep.
Hypodermic says, so my cube can kill all Axion and all 10 levels of the wave? Yes. Yes, it can. But it's also, I love my cube. I've said that from the beginning. I love my cube.
Oh, you were such a fan of that cube in September. Oh my! How many battle passes did we give away because you liked that cube so much? Like 70?
I gave away what, $2,000 in $20 battle passes because of the cube. I gave away 100 cubes. You guys not remember? Go back. We gave away 100 cubes on this show. Scopely was so happy with me that month. I don't think anybody didn't have battle passes. We gave away 100 battle passes. It was more than 30, Paulo. I'm pretty sure I don't think it was 100. I think it was like 70 or 80 something.
I think we did 70 battle passes, and it was great. We were having such a fun time with that.
I did. I spent thousands of dollars and gave you guys so many cubes. All right?
Yep.
So, listen, I love the cube. I've been a believer in the cube since the very beginning. That being said, all right, quit stressing about the power. Just go tap one. See what happens. And if it doesn't work, drop down a level. Ignore the power. Power means nothing. Power means nothing. Okay? It's all about stats. All right, now, Black Wolf says you gave away a dozen paperweights. You know what? I would imagine that a dozen people didn't invest in it, Black Wolf, and they might be a paperweight. All right? But Jonathan Ingram's isn't. Neither is mine. All right? I mean... My cube is one of my 2 ships that I use in wave defense. Just throwing it out there. Shadowed Fox says, hope everything is okay in your household. Thank you. I talked a little bit about it at the beginning. I'm just trying to distract myself by doing a little bit of content here and getting you guys ready for Arcfall. So, okay, questions. Do we have anything else that we wanted to go over, Griffin? Because I think Iron Chef is going to be on in about 6 minutes. He's doing me a solid. He's going to go on early so we can raid out.
That's good. No, I mean, we covered the District 56 building. We talked about how it's going to increase the apex barrier for player versus player. We talked about how it increases your mitigation stats with every level of upgrade. We talked about the enemy critical hit damage reduction for PvP, every level going up. We talked about how it will increase the time spent in the mirror universe by 5% per level, all the way up to a 30-minute standby. And we talked about the daily gift chest that you're going to be getting in the mirror section of the refinery.
Beck,
is where you can find that chest starting tomorrow.
I leaked something. I'm sorry. Can I beg forgiveness? While we still have about 6 minutes. And yes, by the way, I'm going to give away some battle passes. I haven't forgot. Actually, I did, but thank you guys for reminding me in the chat. Beck, I leaked something. Where you Beck, I leaked something. Listen, I spent a lot of time working through this, and based on some of the information that you put in your video, we were able to come back through and actually kind of postulate or formulate what the daily claim bundle was going to look like. All right. So I did the whole thing.
Don't you dare put that spreadsheet up, man. Come on.
Well, I would rather
seriously, you're good.
I would rather own
Don't
it
get
now.
us in trouble.
No, I want to own it now so she knows what I did and there's no hiding it later. Okay?
I can't believe.
I don't want to be here for this.
Beck says, I was about to give y'all a free hint, but nope. Beck, I already gave the hint. Check it out. Look at that. I told everybody what those daily gifts are going to look like all the way up. All right? We've got this thing on lock. All right? We know all your secrets.
Master sleuths.
We should have brought her on voice so we could have heard her reaction. Yeah, that would have been great, actually. She's probably like, oh, I know, Rhino, that was the joke. It's not a leak. It doesn't show anything. I get it. That was the joke. Anyway. All right, Beck is telling us that she might have a quick hint for us. So, Beck, what do you want to hop in voice real quick and give us the hint? Because actually, I've only got about 5 minutes. I'm going to raid over to Iron Chef. I don't want to be on as long tonight. And very quickly, 60-second warning on going over into our Discord. 60-second warning going to the Discord into the spam it room. Oh, no. Is the bot working? I see a lot of spam entries. Spam.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. It's not working. You've got to be kidding me.
It's just one of those days, man.
Yeah, bot's offline. Never mind. Can't give away battle passes tonight. Application did not respond. Unbelievable.
Bots broke.
Jesus
God. And Juby just laughed at you maniacally in the spam room.
This bot. I'm done with this bot. This bot is broken more than it works. We're going to have to find a new bot. We're going to have to find a new bot. This bot is great. This bot has been great, mainly because Vita, God love him, Vita wrote it for us, okay? But Vita stopped playing Star Trek. He moved on with his life. He retired and has moved on. So he doesn't give a crap about maintaining the bot, all right? And it shows. It is offline more than it's online. I don't even think he hosts it locally anymore. I think he gave it to a buddy to put on a desktop underneath his, office chair on that office that's right off the highway where the bridge is still under construction and it floods every other day.
Clearly, it's running on Windows Millennium Edition.
Yeah. So that's terrible. No, I can't do Marbles Darkfire because I've got all the people in that are registered from the spam bot. It looks like it's been broken for days. It hasn't responded since July 3rd.
Neither have your shields. What else is new?
Somebody message Vita. Somebody message Vita, please. Oh, God.
He's like canceled his Discord. Well, DJ, what a great stream. You thought you needed a driver. You drove just great. We have an awesome arc fall to look forward to tomorrow.
By the way,
some amazing content.
I want to thank the team because obviously I've been very, very away. Wait, what? You gave me a hint and I don't care. Did I miss the hint? What's the hint? What's the hint?
See it. It's an invisible hint.
I missed the hint. Okay, I'm
she
scrolling
says
back.
It's on holiday. That's the bot.
It's on holiday.
The bot is on holiday. I saw that comment.
Watch the full video tomorrow. Watch the full capitalized video tomorrow.
Are you saying that there's a post-credit scene? Is that what you're saying? There's a post-credit scene? Watch the whole vid tomorrow. Okay. Everybody watch the whole vid tomorrow. There's going to be a post-credit scene. It's like a Marvel movie.
Outtakes.
I want to thank the Talking Trek team because I have obviously been extremely distracted and not paying a lot of attention. I probably should thank and apologize at the same time to a lot of people because Scopely, a couple of different individuals have reached out, and I've kind of ghosted them. Hammy, sorry, buddy. I actually answered Hammy today, but he's been messaging me for days. This month's Arc Runner, I'm sorry. I love you guys, and I apologize to the other moderators and the members of the pack. Apologize, have been out. But I want to say thanks to the Talking Trek team specifically because they have really, really stepped up where I couldn't. You guys know that Griffin has been NDA'd, and I appreciate Scopely's faith in my team because we've got Griffin on NDA now. We've got Jules on NDA, which is that's a true testament to what we've built here. That's a real testament to what we've built here because Scopely trusts our team, and they're allowing us to be more and more involved with them, Griffin. That being said, it was very easy for me to be able to say, hey, Griffin, hey, Jules, like, here's the stuff, and I've got to go, right? So you guys are still going to get all the content. We still did the preview video here tonight. I'm still going to put up the podcast. Griffin is taking care of the Arcfall video tomorrow. He's done everything. He's got the entire thing ready to go. Listen, this might end up being a thing, Griffin, because you had your video ready to go way sooner than I would have. You're not going to stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning tonight. So, yeah, Divine, that's right. Here, Jules, Griffin, here's the video stuff. Okay, done. It was done 3 days ago. All right. So,
but yes,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you all very, very much. You especially, Griffin, who offered to fly to my home just to keep me company. I appreciate that more than you guys know. I really do appreciate it, and everything from the community and all the love and the support over the last few days. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, you and Landon are in our thoughts and prayers, buddy. It's real life. You know, we get to hide in this pixel universe and forget a lot of things, but sometimes you can't. And it's in those moments that we are all very thankful for the community that we have built. And you are certainly one of the patriarchs of that community, and we're all very thankful for you and the entire family. So we're thinking about you. Get some sleep. And tomorrow you will install a brand new version of the game, and you'll be traipsing around the mirror universe, collecting the D, and putting a smile on your face as only it can.
Putting a smile on my face. Only like that D can. You hear that?
That's right.
That's right. Am I retiring? No, crazy. I'm not. I have, it's at the beginning of the show. I've had a lot of family issues going on this past week. It's taken a ton of my attention. So, there is that. Oh, Check wants to know. Okay. Yes. Very quickly before we go. Yes. Jonathan Ingram has, and by the way, he sent me a message. He didn't know, at first what I was dealing with. So he rated me pretty incessantly. But even then, I want to kind of go out on a limb and just say, like, what a great guy, because he messaged me and he's like, dude, I'm sorry, I won't do any more, anything like that. I'm like, dude, no, it's fine. I'll throw a shield or whatever. It's the game. There's no way you could have known. It's fine. John and I are great friends. So he felt bad for a moment because he kept posting these videos. He kept posting these videos of how many times I've gotten raided over the last couple days. He joked with me that I've been raided 3 days in a row leading up to the weekend. Including UltimatDJz resources declare independence. You guys want to watch these very quickly?
No way.
Yeah. UltimatDJz gets rated for 3rd day in a row. Here, we'll watch a couple of these real quick if you guys.
Oh man.
He's got so many versions of this song.
But does he have a polka?
I don't know.
Woke up this morning, razor set to stone.
Oh, I like this one.
My base is in ruins, all my work undone. Spaceships are burning, stars don't shine as bright. Ingram came out of nowhere in the dead of night.
Oh, that's a good one.
Walks me to nowhere, shoes are all gone. I'm stranded in the galaxy. What went wrong? Scotty can't fix this. I'm losing control. My base is in pieces, taking its toll.
Oh, yeah.
Ran raided my base, took all my power steel. Walked into my space, gave a wound I can't heal. Bananas calling my defenses over.
I could listen to that for a long time. That's a great track right there. Love the bluesy feel of that. UltimatDJz gets rated again. The blues version is great. Yeah. Look, he's even taking requests. Look, can you do one with ukulele? So that was on July 3rd. Then UltimatDJz resources declare independence.
Woke up this morning, the phaser set to stun.
Oh my God.
Base is in ruins, all my work undone. Spaceships are burning, stars don't
You're
shine
a
as bright.
culture fan.
England came out of nowhere in the dead of night. Warp speed to nowhere, shields are all gone. I'm stranded in the galaxy, what went wrong? Scotty can't fix this, I'm losing control. My base is in pieces, taking its toll.
That chorus has a 3-part harmony.
Invaded my base, took all my power steel, warped into my space, gave a wound I can't heal. Bananas calling, my defenses overrun. Infiltrating has only just begun.
That's me on the banjo.
All right, there we go. So
Shields are
that's amazing. And there's one more in here now because he got me 3 days in a row. Here's July 5th.
up this morning. It's
a doo-wop.
My base is ruins, all my work undone. Spaceships are burning, stars don't shine as bright. Ingram came out of nowhere, the dead of night. Warp speed to nowhere.
All right. Okay. All right. That's good. What is the channel? It is called Raid DJs. Is the name of the channel. If you go to YouTube and just search Raid DJs, you're gonna see it. You say you need a punk rock version. He's done He's done about. Listen, you need to go back and watch a bunch of these. He's done. Okay, there are 29 videos, folks. 29. Anyway, yeah, there's 29 of these videos, and the first several he didn't use his theme song, but then he got this music license thing, and he's been playing with the theme song and the different versions of that over the course of the last couple of months. So anyway, yeah, there's a bunch. All right, there's a bunch of them in there. You guys go check it out, and that is on YouTube.com/ Oh my God, look, he even got a custom channel name. See, last time I looked at the channel, it was /1287HQZRPT. Now he's actually got a real creation page. It's youtube.com/RaidDJz.
I'm sure the t-shirts and coffee mugs are on the way.
Oh, he is taking this very seriously. As a matter of fact, Beck, I understand that Jonathan Ingram has actually applied for his official content creator status. Yes,
because of those.
Yeah, he's applying as a content creator now. All right, yeah, he wants to. He says that this content is just as much entertaining as anything else that anybody else does. All right, so yeah. Oh goodness gracious! All right, listen, he is making content, Tarby. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. He is making content. All right, so this might be one of the original. Is this the one with the rock? Yeah. Here's your rock, by the way. You guys wanted it. And I'm going to use this song to actually raid out. We're going to go say hi to Iron Chef, who is part of the Warp Drive 5, who is going to be taking care of us through the overnight. Yeah, that's right. He's going to carry you through the overnight until maintenance comes up later this morning. My name is UltimatDJz. Thank you to the entire team. Thank you to the community. Thanks to our partners at Scopely. Appreciate all of you. My name is UltimatDJz. This has been a presentation of Twitching Trick. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Man, now it's buffering, Griffin. Oh, that's back! It's back!
Just begun.
Yeah, I can bump